Hey everybody, Josh from Populi here. We're doing an end of the year video for 2022 and we're spreading holiday cheer because that's one of the best defenses that you have against the Grinch stealing your Christmas tree and your fluvers and your tartukas and basically everything.
Sorry, that is really funny. I laughed. So can we take that over again?
Can you explain just a little bit about why that's funny?
That's a good running joke to just kind of add details here and there about how you're actually worried that the Grinch is going to stop Christmas.
Yeah, I'm actually worried that the Grinch is going to stop Christmas and ruin the holiday season for absolutely everyone.
That's good. Yeah, stay in character and yeah, we'll just keep going.
Okay. First order of business, we do have some closures coming up that will affect support. Phones will be closed from December 22nd through January 1st. During that time, you can still submit written support requests. We'll be checking in on those during the holiday, but our response time will likely slow down a bit. So the last day to get to us by phone is December 21st, and then we'll open the phones back up on January 2nd. Last year, 2021, we released a beautiful horde of new features. 2022 was quieter on that front. That doesn't mean our development team has been sitting on their hands, just that many of the improvements they've made are largely invisible to users. They're doing a lot of work that will boost the software's performance and serve as a foundation for new features down the road. Which is not to say that we didn't make any improvements in 2022. We actually did. I would not tell you otherwise, it would be a lie. At the beginning of the year, we released a new feature that ended up drawing a lot of attention. That was our Turnitin integration. Turnitin is a plagiarism checker. So you can run student papers or test questions or discussion responses through it, and you'll flag violations there. We previously had an integration with UniCheck that did the same kind of thing. So this is not the first appearance of a plagiarism checker in Populi, but Turnitin purchased UniCheck, so we shifted to support that software. We'll link to a blog post with a video on that down in the description. We had two major updates that have gone out quietly, and that's because we've released them in beta. When we release in beta, that allows us to develop and refine the features with a smaller user base before everybody starts using it. We've released beta versions of Forms and applications. And these are actually related features. Elements that we've developed in Forms have been rolled into this update to applications. So briefly, let's talk Forms. Forms lets you collect information from respondents at your school or elsewhere. You could use them for nearly anything. Here are some examples. Dorm room maintenance requests, applications for internal scholarships, or academic program change requests. So you design a form with instructions and the fields that a respondent must fill out, and then you can request that particular profiles in Populi complete a form, or you can send out a URL. Then you receive responses to your form. If you're already familiar with Populi's applications, Forms are kind of like applications that aren't tied into the admissions process at all. Like I said, we developed a few brand new features in Forms that will improve our applications. The biggest of these is conditional fields. Let's look at this in terms of applications. Let's say that you want to collect the first and last name, phone number, and email of an applicant's spouse, but you don't need all those fields to display for unmarried applicants. Conditional fields allow you to only show designated fields if an applicant answers a certain way on a related question. So you can see how this is set up here, and that these are all set to be conditional, and that this is not set to be conditional because this is going to be a field that everything's based on. So let's look at a preview. So in this example, if an applicant selects yes for "Are you married?", then the application reveals those additional fields. There's a lot more to the beta versions of both forms and applications, and if you'd like us to turn either of those on for your school during this beta phase, please open up a support request or send an email to support@populi.co. We're also linking a couple of knowledge base articles down in the description that'll give you more information about how to use those, what they can do. I was up late last night working on these diagrams of the Grinch. This is to help you identify him. Pretty distinctive kind of look that he has there.
How long did those take you?
I would say probably 9 hours.
9 hours?
Yeah, if you include the dozen or so diagrams that I had to abandon because the eraser tore through the canvas. Part of me did want to draw him from life, but I was not able to track him down. I know that he lives in the mountains somewhere.
Did you recently watch the Grinch cartoon with your kids?
Yeah. No, the cartoon character's not real. I know that he's an animated. It's just drawings.
You can't draw the Grinch from real life. It's just a cartoon character.
Okay, so you haven't seen the live action film.
Are you saying that you think the live action Grinch movie is actually a documentary?
I suppose it's just some guy in makeup, huh, Gabe? Ed, can you imagine someone playing that role, the toll that it would take on their mind, on their psyche, digging into their dark side to play the Grinch?
Let's just keep moving on. What do you think?
Yes. And speaking of the dark side, we also released a dark mode feature in 2022. Dark mode is a display setting that reverses light and dark so that you see light text on a dark background. People like dark mode for a variety of reasons. It can reduce eye strain, especially at night. It helps text stand out, and some folks just think it looks better. This last year, we also got focus sessions off the ground. These are small training sessions that we do remotely over Zoom. The idea is that as new institutions join up with Populi, or as new users join veteran institutions, they'll get up to speed much faster by spending some time with one of our support reps and a few other new users asking questions and also getting answers. The answers are an important part of that equation. Our support rep, Jordan Nelson, has been heading these up. He cycles through a list of 7 topics, which are intro to Populi, academics, admissions, running courses, billing, degree audit, and financial aid. So if you work in admissions and you miss the admissions focus session, don't worry. It's going to be coming back around in the cycle. Check out the description to find a link to a page where you can choose a focus session and then register to attend. That's all we got. Thanks for using Populi during the last year. Merry Christmas and happy holidays, and do everything to boost your levels of holiday cheer and goodwill towards your fellow man, because that is how you can keep the Grinch at bay.
Relax. He's not real. It's not a problem. It's not
Okay,
an issue.
Sure. Like I'm going to risk having my Christmas ruined by this guy just because you say so. Have a look here. Does he exist or does he not? Some people say he doesn't. But what if he does? I think you need to see it from my perspective, where there's this green menace out there just wreaking havoc with everybody's Christmas day. And I, for one, am not.
Can you just sign off, Josh?
I've been Josh. You've been great. Thanks for watching.